Hi, I'm Michelle Pearse, CEO of the Australian Christian Lobby, and welcome to the weekly wrap where we talk about the pressing political issues from a Christian perspective. Let's dive straight into this week's topics. Firstly, the voice. The failed referendum on the voice to Parliament was a resounding moment in Australian politics. It not only revealed that the proposed voice did not align with the majority of Australians' views, but also underscored the pressing need for a different approach to address the welfare gap clearly felt by many Indigenous Australians. This divisive referendum featured heated debate and at times harmful rhetoric. With emotions still raw, there may be a temptation for anger and division to continue to fester. But rather than playing political brinkmanship in the face of our nation's clear message, the best thing for the Labor government to do now is to stay focused on addressing the very real needs faced in our Indigenous communities. After last week's email about the war in Israel, we've received an outpouring of response into ACL's inbox. My heart is truly thankful for the many of you who took the shock, anger, fear and confusion you may have felt to prayer, to seek God's purpose and His will in this highly volatile and dangerous situation. Clearly, with the conflict far from over, we must not stop praying now, especially with the prospect of a wider war looming as tensions continue to rise. Let us pray not only for the people in Israel, but also for the Palestinians, including the Christian community among them. As Australians, we must advocate for calm within our own nations, for hate speech to cease, and actively participate in solutions to this crisis. And now on to other issues. This week, Wendy Francis and I visited Michelle Rowland's office to continue advocating for the need for age verification for online pornography. We know Australian children are accessing explicit pornographic material on a daily basis, which not only risks serious developmental harm for the child, but also results in a web of flow-on repercussions into our society. We do know that Minister Rowland's office is committed to addressing the harm and is heading in that direction, but it's taking too long. Back in 2020, we had the government report Protecting the Age of Innocence, which recommended age verification. And here we are in 2023, not much further down the road. We need to be vigilant and pray that we see the full implementation of age verification for online pornography sooner rather than later, because our children are being harmed. Please sign our petition on our Take Action page to add your support to this issue. In the midst of all these challenges, we must remember the power of prayer. The conflict in Israel and Gaza needs our bold intercession for peace, the release of hostages, the protection of the innocent, and the salvation of all involved. As Christians, we should remain people of peace, unwavering in our trust in God. The opportunity to witness for the gospel during times of strife is ever present, and we must seize it. We are called for such a time as this. God bless you, and I'll see you next week.